Recreational marijuana use has only been legal in Colorado for 6 days, but already some marijuana stores say they are running low on product. On day 2, one shop owner told the Colorado Springs Gazette, quote, "We are going to run out. It's insane. This weekend will be just as crazy. If there is a mad rush, we will be out by Monday." This, despite the drug's steep price, according to Time magazine. In some cases, stores were charging $50 or even $70 for 1/8 of an ounce of pot that cost medical marijuana users just $25 the day before, and taxes add on an extra 20%, and so prices in legal pot shops have already risen to upwards of $400 an ounce. An illegal dealer in Pueblo, Colorado, told a local paper that short supply and high taxes just might work in his favor. He said, "People will get real tired of paying the taxes real fast when you can buy an ounce from me for $225 to $300. The state adds as much as $90 just for the tax." Joining me now, Robin Hackett, co-owner of Botanacare Medical Cannabis Center in Denver, Colorado, and John Ingold, a Denver Post reporter who covers marijuana. Robin, I have not asked any guest on this program this question before, but do you have any weed?
Yes, we still have plenty of marijuana in our shop.
Well, plenty. So what is this talk about? You know, there's a run, and by Monday, which is today, some of the stores could run out. Has that been happening?
Yeah, a lot of our competitors have run out of marijuana at this juncture, yes, sir.
And John, did people see this coming, that there would be kind of a huge surge starting the first week of January?
Sure. I think there was a lot of expectation there was going to be lines on the first day, on January 1st. I mean, certainly there was a lot of interest among people being, you know, on the first day to be able to buy recreational marijuana in the United States. I think the sustained interest has caught some store owners by surprise. You know, there's been lines every day since January 1st. There were lines over the weekend. I drove by a place this weekend. It was Sunday morning. It was 10 a.m. It was 10 degrees, and there was a line probably 20 or 30 people long outside of it. So the sustained interest, I think, has really been a surprise.
Robin, where do you get your supply of marijuana?
We grow our own marijuana. We have a warehouse that we grow in.
And is it possible for you to get marijuana from some other method? Is it required that you grow your own marijuana according to the law?
It is required that we grow our own marijuana until July of this year. In July, they decouple it, and we can purchase from other growers that just do nothing but grow marijuana. But until July, we're going to have to grow enough to keep our store open.
John, when I look at those images that we just had up there of the long lines, and I read from the illegal dealer, street dealer, how he might be able to exploit this, I mean, there's a risk there for the state, isn't there, in seeing these very long lines and thereby provoking more interest in the illegal market?
Sure. I think that risk was always there. You know, as you mentioned, there's taxes. The taxes are fairly hefty as far as other products would go. So there was always kind of that risk that people might choose to stay out of the legal market, stay in the black market, or there's also the possibility people will remain in the medical market or even join the medical market. They'll get medical marijuana cards now. Sure. And
is the Robin, is the price of medical marijuana in your store different from the other prices?
Yes, it's $10 an eighth or $10 a quarter cheaper on the medical side than it is on the recreational side. We really haven't upped our prices and started gouging folks. We are trying to maintain that same price level. We know that it's important that the marijuana stays at a price level so that we can outperform the underground at some point. So our goal is to maintain a good price range so that folks will want to come to us as opposed to the underground. The one beauty is that we have 45 types of marijuana to choose from, and the underground has 1 or 2 types. So that's why folks tend to want to come to the more legal establishments.
And Robin, are you seeing a different customer walking in there now?
Well, actually, the customers that we're seeing are 40, 45, and older. We're not really seeing any 20-year-olds, a few in their 30s, but mostly we're seeing folks from 40 to 70 years old is what we're seeing in the stores.
John, what were some of the worst fears that the opponents of this were expecting to see this week, and have they seen any of them?
I think there was a lot of fear of there being chaos, maybe there's being trouble with the crowds or people causing trouble. I think there was a lot of fear of people consuming publicly. Public consumption is still illegal, so you can't walk down the street and puff a joint in Denver. And I think there was a lot of worries about people taking their purchases out of the store and sort of celebrating with them in the parking lot or in the parks or on the streets. And that really did not happen. I think in Denver, at least, the city police department issued 2 citations for public consumption on January 1st, and there wasn't any evidence that those were actually even connected to the sales.
Robin, is it possible that what we're seeing in the big lines is just kind of the end of prohibition and all the publicity about that and a certain excitement about that, and that the customers that you have this week will not be regular customers?
We're already seeing folks that are coming back. They've come, they were here the first or second day, and now they're starting to return. But we believe that there's already a huge marijuana market that exists, and I think we're going to see more folks coming in that aren't afraid of the lines, because a lot of people didn't want to stand in these long lines. So I actually think we got a lot more people coming that haven't shown up yet.
Okay, Robin Hackett, who does have weed, America. She has not run out. Robin Hackett and John Ingold, thank you both very much for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Chris Hayes is up next.